thanks for joining me. Welcome to the next episode. We've got some orphan drones over here. Looks like they're outside of the circle of control for this drone hub. So let's go and rescue them with our mobile command unit. Let's go and pick them up and start off this episode with a rescue mission. Here we go. Let's check it out nice and close. Building our dome. And here we go. We've taken control of them.
Research complete.
And they're going along their business. We'll leave them there for a little while till this terraforming's done. Here we go. Here's our first dome. How cool is that? Let's connect it up to the mains. Give it some power. Some power cables down here that we can connect it up to. Here we go. Nice straight line. Once they're built, that power icon will go. And let's hook it up to the oxygen resources and water. And if we build it through here, we can actually connect it to all these services in one line. So nice and neat. Here we go, looking good. So we'll build these pipes and then it'll be fully up and running really for all the services it needs. Here's the mobile control unit still doing stuff. And if we move it off, look, it brings all its babies with it. So we'll just leave him there, let him use his drones. In fact, we'll bring him into the influence of that drone hub in case he breaks down. Now let's check it out. We've got research complete. So we'll queue up all the research and we've got all these first 5 done. So life from Mars, more applicants will appear on Earth. More applicants will start to appear on Earth. That's going to be really important soon and I'll show you exactly why. And starting on that next tier of research, and this one we're leaving because the research cost is huge at the moment and we just want to get benefits from all these other things. So what we'll do is expand out to extract water from there and build another dome around that. So we've got 2 different places we can house people. But for now, we're focusing on this dome, and we're going to build in some facilities. So this is really exciting, this bit. We've got a living complex going in. That's where they're going to live. And it can house up to 14 people. But on the first supply run, where we bring in some people, it's just going to we can bring in 12 people on the first ship. So as well as all the water and everything else we've built and facilities around it, we certainly need some food. So let's have a think. Where is the farm? Here we go. So we'll build a hydroponic farm, and we'll have one in that corner. And actually, we could go for another one. 2 farms. Yeah, that'd be fine. Although we might be able to get away with one, but we'll build 2 because we've got the building materials and see how that goes, and we can experiment with it. Now, also, the other things we need, pretty critical items at diner, so they can eat. They can eat with other people around. So it'll be a social thing as well as, sustaining and so on. And the other critical building we do need is an infirmary, and there it is. We'll put it down here. Keep them well. Keep their sanity up and their medical fitness. So we've got these transports hanging around. We've got this one's full with 30 metal. We'll drop that off. We've got an explorer here, and we could look for an anomaly. So let's do that. There's one there. So we'll get this guy there to go over to that one. I don't know what that's going to be. The eye. Not sure what sort of anomaly that is. We've got a couple of orbital probes that came on the last ship, so we can explore a couple of random sectors. Whoa, look at all the concrete there. 2,300 concrete in 3 different piles. Some precious metal and an anomaly in each sector with the key sign. So I'm not sure what that means, but we'll send this spare sort of explorer over here to go and explore that anomaly. And once this one is scanned as well, we can check that one out over there. So interesting, let's check it out. Here's our dome, everything's been built. So right, if we have a look at this, it's growing food, but it's not going to be harvested by anyone, so it will just fail. But you can see here, best workers are botanists, so that's important, and it's going to need 1, 2, 3. And you can have different shifts. Oh, it's only allowing 1 shift though. So yeah, probably a good idea to build 2. So we're going to need 6 botanists in total, 3 in each farm. We've got a diner, which will take anyone working there, and it's suggesting a base shift of 2 shifts with 2 people in each, so 4 people needed there. No specialism required. And if we have a look at this, the infirmary, of course we need medics, and yeah, I'm not sure, it's suggesting sort of 4 people, but we'll see. So now's the time, people, where we're going to send for our rocket from Earth. Let's go. Let's request a passenger rocket. We're ready to accept them. And what I'll show you actually is, here we go, this person here, Sarah Joshi on the bottom. So if we look over to the right hand side here, it says glutton, eats double rations, can be caused by sanity breakdowns. So we've got some absolute nutters here that we could potentially be bringing to Mars. So let's get rid of everyone, and I'll show you how to filter them. So filter, go on floors, and look, we want to get rid of anyone that's alcoholic, gambler, glutton, hypochondriac, loner, melancholic. Get rid of all those and apply the filter, and that leaves us with 77 people we can choose from. And let's gone back by accident. Let's get rid of everyone again and just make sure the filter's on for floors. Yeah, filter's still on. Right, so let's and the other things you can filter for are quirks and perks, sex, male, female, specializations. So we could just filter all the engineers, for example, and have a close look at them. But we don't need to do that. We can just go manually down the list because there's not many people. And age group you can have a look at. We're filtering off children and seniors because they're no good at all. You could filter off youths and adults, but that would only leave us with 18 out of 215 people, which is not really a lot to choose from, because I don't think we're going to find many. We may not find all our 6 botanists we need out of those 18 people, for example. So we'll leave those filters off and take the young and the old, as well as the middle-aged. The middle-aged are the perfect ones, really. So I guess you could start with them with the filter, and then yeah, look, we've just got a couple of we've got 1 botanist and not a lot else going on. So we'll take the botanist, and we can take well, I mean, I think we just want like botanists and officers really to start off with. So we'll take an officer and a botanist, but we'll go back to the age group filters and take them off because it just leaves no choice at all. We'll apply that. Okay, so we've locked our first 2 choices and it's automatically put people in. Now let's just select, so we've got 1 botanist, we need another 5. There's 1 there. Let's just go down the list and add them on. So for those people who might want to skip ahead a couple of minutes at this stage, you're welcome to. Another botanist. We'll get a geologist. We'll need botanists and geologists, basically. That's all I'm doing. Geologist. Now, how many botanists? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 botanists we've got. So we can just fill up with geologists now. So let's do that. And it's all random, so I don't know how many male and females we're going to get. And in fact, there's not many geologists in this list. There we go. I think we got most of the geologists there, so we might struggle with future geologists. So that research breakthrough we had about more people, applying, is going to be really important. We've got everyone we need. We've got a mix of geologists, botanists, and we've got an officer there. We're going to launch the ship. So that's on its way to Mars, and when it arrives, it's on 3%. When it arrives, we're going to unpack them into here and see how it goes. So that's very exciting. Now, in the meantime, just having a look at the different vehicles. Let's see where they all are. So our commander...
Just found Beagle 2.
Anomaly analysed.
Or at least what's left of it.
We found Beagle 2. So over the years, over 2/3 of the missions sent to Mars ended in disaster. So this is a mission that ended in disaster minutes before landing. Failed by parachutes in the treacherous Martian atmosphere, the brave little probe crashed at fatally high speed against the red desert. Okay, the effect reduces the cost of robotic tech by 10%. Okay, brilliant. Begin analysis on the crash site. Thumbs up. We'll just go with that. I don't know what that means or what's going on.
Anomaly analysed. Research complete.
Okay, so there's another anomaly over here, isn't there, that we can send our little guys to. So we'll do that. Oh, there's a dust storm there. Don't know if you caught that. Dust storm down there. Let's scan a few more regions and go back in. So we'll take our command unit and just bring it back into the middle for no particular reason. Whoa, look at that. Okay, and this thing's interesting, so improves the comfort of all residences when in the radius of a dome. So we'll certainly build out towards that point. So we've got this dome, we'll build one more around this water source, we'll build a whole infrastructure of facilities around here so that then we can do the mining there. Because to mine the metal, instead of just picking it up from the surface like this, with this transport rover, it needs to be within this area of the dome, so we can do some mining within this area and do some other buildings that need people. But there's nothing in there for now, but there is over here, so that's handy water and metal there. That's really quite well placed, really. Now our rover has just gone outside of the influence of this drone command, so if it breaks down, there's nothing there to go and repair it. But we do have our mobile unit, our command unit, that can go out and help it out, so we can always send him over if he gets stuck, which might happen. So we need to keep an eye on that. And just having a look at our concrete supplies. We've got 34 concrete. We need 80 for our next dome. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the infrastructure building for the next dome. We'll build a water extractor. Now, interestingly, once our people get here, they'll be locked in for 10 sols, and during that time you can't send for any more passenger rockets to bring more colonists, so you're kind of like proving that you can keep these guys alive before you can get anyone else. New techs are available for research after that anomaly has been analysed.
The environs of the red planet that meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder.
Okay, so we've got utility crops and water reclamation that have been uncovered on the research screen. So look at all these things, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead now, lots of research to do, but we're quite happy doing it linear, line by line, because as you go down, it costs more and more. So 1,800 for that one, and the most expensive tech here is 2,000 on the normal line, but this one's 10,000 over here that we're leaving to break through. We'll leave that for a little while. 43% of the way through that tech. We're doing very well. New special project, launch SETI satellite. Let's check it out. So what's this? Launch SETI satellite on the planet. So where are we? We are over the other side somewhere. Yeah, we're literally on the other side. Oh no. It's down there, see? Oh, that's something different. High-speed comm satellite. Oh wow, look. So what we'd have to take there is 100 metal, 100 fuel, and 100 electronic parts. That's an expensive mission. So meteor shower there. We would just have to go and explore it, and it could yield some valuable resources, metals, rare metals, and anomalies. Interesting. So we could do that. Or there's this one. Launch SETI satellite. We need 50 metal, 30 electronic components, and 50 fuel. Well, we can do the fuel and the metal, but the components we're going to be short of, so we could bring in a supply mission from Earth. And in fact, we either need to start manufacturing our own metal components, or just bring in a whole load from Earth. Don't know how much that'll cost. We need 130 to do these two missions. Or we could just additional inventory, so it needs more fuel to go and check out this meteor shower. I think we should go and check out the meteor shower. So we've got a spare rocket here, and we've got the fuel, we've got full fuel, and we've got spare fuel here in our depot, 21 fuel, and we're still making it here, so we could do that. Should we give it a go? Building's not working, 5, that's just everything within the dome, so just ignore that, and well, including this one. We'll hook that up to the power in a minute. That's our latest water extractor. Let's put a water tower next to our water extractor. We can hook them up to each other in a minute once that's built, and let's build out some power cables so we can hook them up to the mains, get that producing. So we'll hook it up to this Stirling generator and bring it out. There we go, right in the middle of that water extractor. Okay, let's click on this rocket and see if we can do an expedition then. Send you on an expedition here to capture meteors, and send expedition. Let's do it. Now, do you have enough on you? Nope. Required payload 0 out of 60, so we'll be fueling that up. We've got a little bit to start off with. We've got like 20, 25, so that's going to be fueled up, and that'll go at some point when it's ready. So that'll be interesting. That's our first expedition, and we'll keep doing those. Got plenty of the other stuff. I mean, we're running out of polymers, aren't we? We've only got 13. Can't remember what polymers are being used for. They're certainly maintaining something. That's metal. Electronic components maintain the drone hub, and the fuel refinery is the electronic parts. These things up here, machine parts. We'll get all that production up and running at some point. We'll connect these two buildings by pipes, and then they'll start producing, which is great. So we'll have a bit of redundancy. Are those going to link each other together? Can't see any connections there, but we'll see. Maybe we need to connect it here instead. Yeah, that's it. That's the connection. So we'll get rid of this one to keep it neat and tidy. There we go. Okay, and then we can build some oxygen and some oxygen storage. And yeah, that should be nicely done for another dome around this sort of area. Do that in a minute. Is this ready? No? Oh, ready to land. Our people are arriving from Earth. Right, let's do it. This is exciting. Let's see it come in. Okay, we've got our people. First people on Mars. Building's not working. That will stop because they'll become workable. There we go. Building's not working. One.
New colonists have arrived.
One somewhere not working. Oh, power. Yep, so our diner needs power. What are we on? So that now we've got 3 Stirling generators, and what we do need to do is increase our diversity of power. So we'll build a couple of different wind turbines here, because the Stirling generators won't be working very well in a storm, and we do have quite a few of them, so we've got a huge reliance on them. I mean, you know, a dust storm, because here when it's closed, it's protected from dust. So really, if a dust storm comes, we want to close it and protect it from the dust. And in fact, that's where all our polymers are going. There we go. They take polymers for maintenance. So maybe not the best building in the world.
Have set foot on the red planet.
Here we go. For the next 10 sols, we're locked in. We can't bring any more colonists aboard the planet. But there's a hint here, if we can have a baby within the time, we'll be positively evaluated. So, well, wouldn't that be good? So we've got new colonists there. Let's close some of these. New anomaly. Here we go. Let's send our rover over there. That's going to be a research bonus, so that'll be very nicely had. Another sector scan, so concrete and metal there. Crop failure, that's just there because we didn't have any people manning the farms, but they were still trying to produce food. And first milestone, first human on Mars, brilliant. Research complete. So we've got these 2 complete here. Allows the clearing of salvaged and destroyed buildings, and this one is drones and rovers move 20% faster, brilliant. Okay, let's add another couple on. We'll just keep going along that line. Now let's check it out. Founder stage, 9 sols and 10 hours to go till we prove ourselves worthy of being able to sustain human life. Right, here's the farm. So we've got our 3 botanists here. Morale. This one's got plus 18 morale, 0 additional morale there, plus 10 morale there. So due to their character traits, if you really want to spend really long times on picking people, excuse me, then you can, you know, pick people who have additional character traits that give them a bonus. But I think life's a bit too short for me to do that, but just for this recording. But maybe if I was just playing through on my own, maybe I would do that. So we've got both of them producing this wheatgrass. We'll add on some other crops for this one, just to get a bit of variety, and also the different yields, so that we'll get a bigger yield over the time for these 2 things. And here's our infirmary. So we've got 4 people employed at the infirmary, interestingly. Just 2 people on the diner, doing single shifts each. That's a geologist with plus 7 morale, so their performance increases, plus 15 morale there, so they're happy working there.
Milestone achieved.
Here we've got someone in the wrong workplace specialisation, so they're a geologist.
Research complete.
And they're all
Anomaly
geologists,
analysed.
but we could have brought on a couple of medics actually, which we might want to do in the future. I'm not entirely convinced how necessary it is to have all of them on those shifts, because if you see here, yeah, we do have the botanists That's fine, that's fine. Another research complete, because we've got a research bonus from analysing that anomaly. Oh, there we go, there's our ship off on the expedition. Brilliant, I'm glad we caught that. So it's going to be on that expedition for quite a while. We can go onto the planet view and see. So remaining time, 2 sols, 11 hours, and we'll see what sort of metals and stuff that it brings back. That'll be interesting to see. Okay, brilliant. Our first mission, and we're off. And I think we saw some others. Question mark. Here we go. So we could potentially go and check that out. Maybe send an expedition to check it out. Crew 5. Oh, some of them need a crew, and we'd give you research progress. So we'll investigate all that. That'll be very exciting. I think these do reveal themselves after a while, but we'll see. Doing very well. Let's lay down some more infrastructure here so that when our 8 sols are up, we can expand the colony. Okay, oxygen production. We'll do some more power as well. We'll do some power over here. In fact, let's do that now, because if we have to shut down all of our Stirling generators, we need to make sure we have enough backup power. And speaking of which, being able to accumulate power is very important, so we'll put a power accumulator there, and one over here.
Sector scanned.
Sector scanned, only 17 metal, so a pretty worthless sector, but it's in the mountains. There we go. Just a little bit of surface rock. I just want to see where our transports are. So we've got one over here. Yeah, and it's full to capacity and it hasn't broken down yet. Brilliant. So we'll bring it back into the base, because it was just outside the area of control. Now, if it had broken down out there, none of our drones would be able to get out there just by default, because they can't travel outside of that area. But what we could have done is bring our RC commander over, and I'll just shoot him over there to show you, and they'd be able to repair them. See these power accumulators? They're down low to the floor. As they accumulate power, they will rise, as you may have just been able to see a little bit there. There we go, up it goes. So they're accumulating power, which is great. We'll do another one over here, because we want to make sure that we're disaster proof. Don't want anyone to die. So power accumulator there, in between the Stirling generator and our wind turbine. And our people, let's check them out. Oh, fickle economics, what's this? So we've got the import price of electronics will increase by 100% in 5 sols. Okay. Electronics, so that's going to be this stuff. Yeah, we definitely need more of that. And look, our polymers are down to 6, so we need to send in for more materials. Let's do that. Let's send in for a cargo rocket from Earth. So we mainly want to get a load of polymers, because we've only got 6 left. So what should we do? 50? 60? We need loads of these electronics. Maybe 35. And lots of machine parts as well. A bit more, maybe 50. And we've got 20,000 kilograms left, so I'm not sure if there's anything else we need. We could probably do with a couple of drones top up. Random orbital probe will be a bit fun to uncover a random sector. And yeah, so transports are really good to have when you're setting up supply routes, when you're going across different drone hubs, zones. And also RC commanders are very useful to have. Let's make it so we've got 2 of each item, each built, transport unit, so that we can go and rescue people if we need. And if our RC commander becomes stranded outside of the existing drone zone, we'll have another RC commander to send to them to bring them back. We could get another drone hub, moisture evaporator, fuel refinery, Stirling generator. Do another fuel refinery. I don't think we really need anything there. Not enough space for any of these sort of factories, but we're not quite there yet. We're not quite building a manufacturing dome yet, but we will before long. So maybe that's going to be on the next ship, some more prefab buildings. So let's top up with more polymers and stuff, and there we go. 1,000 kilograms left for another drone. Why not? We'll bring them on board. Let's launch that supply ship. It's coming in. Let's check out our people. So we're on 61% morale. we've got 47% comfort, and we're missing service buildings like drinking and exercise. One thing we can do actually is build some parks, because if you check it out, we've got 3 vacant job slots, and so no one's unemployed. Ooh. Research complete. Mars crowdfunding. We've got an extra 1 billion of funding. Fantastic. Right, let's build some parks. So they're here. Oh, water reclamation system. Research. Okay, so we can research that and bring that on. Okay, and unlock that. We actually have 1 tile here where we can build a small park. We may as well use that space. And interestingly, that park, it's on 1 tile and it can only take sort of 1 person at a time. So I'll show you that when it's built. In fact, it will be built very shortly. There we go. 1 person at a time. And we'll quickly have someone visiting that and clocking up, visiting over their lifetime. Gives them additional comfort. And we've got 12 colonists, and I don't think being able to fit 1 person in a park at a time is enough. So we could build a larger park. We've got a garden, small alleyways. What are those? So interesting. Okay, they can just be laid down generally. A larger alleyway. Stone garden, so it will give 40 comfort. These all give 40 comfort. So we could go with garden, I think. Let's go with a big garden, because we've got a small one there. Rotate that round and put it in there, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Okay, hopefully that'll increase levels. So if you can remember, so we're on 46, 45, 44. 62 morale, 46 comfort, 47 comfort, so that looks like that goes up and down. I think it's important to have 2 shifts on at the diner, otherwise comfort does go down. Working on a heavy workload will increase the building performance but inflicts sanity and health penalties on the worker. We won't do that. So we'll untick that, but increases the comfort. We could do, so 1, 2, 3 people there, 2 people there. There is someone who's not pulling their weight, because we did have 4 on there, didn't we? Could do with another person on the diner instead of the medic
sector scan.
the infirmary. Let's take off a work shift in the infirmary and just see if that affects anything. So we're on 53%, 54 comfort, 62 morale. So comfort has definitely gone up since we put in the park, so that's good. I'd go with that. Oh, let's put down the oxygen production here for the next dome. And we're 6 sols away from being able to bring some more humans on. Hopefully we pass with flying colours, life support. So we've got a Moxie generator here. We'll put that in right next to these other buildings. Keep it in a nice line for no particular reason. And our water tank. Keep that in a line as well. There we go. And then we'll hook those all up to each other. It's just pipes that are needed. These are quick buildings to build, aren't they? We need another bit of power cable going to link that one up. So obviously can't just take the power off each other. There we go. Once that's built, the power icon will go. And we'll hook them up with Meteor Storm.
Meteor incoming.
Oh dear. Meteor Storm coming in 2 sols, 21 hours. Meteor Storm, let's check it out. The region is about to experience a meteor storm. Buildings directly hit by meteors will be in need of repairs. Pipes and cables will get destroyed. Rovers hit by meteors will need repairs. Oh god, okay. They can't be avoided, but some good practices can minimise their damage potential. Don't cluster buildings next to each other that are vital. Pipe and cable redundancy, and researching the tech for MDS lasers from the physics field. MDS lasers from physics. I'll see if we could do that. Dehydration. No life support. Oh Jesus.
Meteor incoming.
What's happened? Let's just pause the game. See what's going on. So, what's happened with insufficient water? Ooh. Right. Let's just join these pipes together then, that might help us. And we'll work out maybe why that's happening. So we can we'll bring the pipes down here and then continue them along. Oh, brilliant. Got them in the perfect line. And make sure this water tank is connected. I think it is. No, it's not. There we go. Now it is. Okay, we'll build those pipes. Can we put them on... Yeah, they're on high priority. Exclamation mark. That's the... This is all to do with the... Oh, a leak is detected. Oh. Cable fault in here. That needs repairing. Okay, I'm sure that's on high priority. We're losing 26 power. Oh god, so our power is in real trouble. So we need to repair that cable. And because the power is out, we may not be supplying the services maybe, or enough power to the dome. Okay, we should be able to resolve that quickly enough. I mean, we've got a bit of a power system here that's possibly separately supplying power to all these places, so hopefully this will help. I think we can resolve this, but we're just going to have to see. Let's turn back on time then. Ooh, okay, so these are all landing zones, these exclamation marks for the meteors. Oh, another one down there. Bang. Okay, doesn't look like there's any on any really critical buildings except for there where it must have landed. Got a drone now repairing. Here we go. Let's hope this resolves it. Another drone repairing there. We'll keep it on a slower speed while we just make sure we're not going to completely die and lose the game. Capture meteors. What does this mean? Capture we have succeeded in capturing and diverting meteors toward our general vicinity in a gambit to bring precious resources and even scientific insight within our reach. Within, that's not spelled right. Although this is a controlled operation, the exact impact locations are outside of our control and may endanger our colonies. Okay, we did that to ourselves, I think, with our expedition that we sent off. Oh, there's one coming in there. Luckily that's not going to hit anything critical. Leak detected. We're still struggling for power. We're repairing these cables though, and we're bringing life support back online, and we're building these pipes now. Here we go. Look, the power signals have come back to the... There we go. Look, water coming in. Thank goodness for that. Looks like we've got away with that so far, but we've got more meteors coming in. Split power grid up there. Building destroyed. Whoa. Wow. What building has been destroyed? It's saying this building has been destroyed here. Ooh, wind turbine. Right, let's rebuild that. So we're rebuilding the wind turbine that's destroyed, and these power cables will be repaired. So these are without power because the cable, because it's still linked up to the grid. Ooh, more. Double meteor coming in there. Big one just landed there, didn't see it come in. Okay, we're doing well. We're surviving so far. So what's this? Payload nothing, ready to land. That's probably from our expedition, I'd imagine. So let's bring you back in. Ready to land, payload. Oh, this is our resupply from Earth, so we need to get rid of you. So you go back to Earth. It's got resources on board. What has it got? It's got food. Oh! Right, we need to build a food depot to unload all of our food from the original colony supply mission. Oh, I'm glad we didn't have it there actually, because I was just going to put it there, but that might have been destroyed by the meteor. Let's put the food down there. But we do have redundancy over there with some spare food, 30, if it was all destroyed. Got a ship coming in here. And once we've built this food depot, we've got all our bots that are going to go and unstack this ship of its food. 75 food, 73. They're getting all of that out, and then we can send that back to Earth and then bring in...
The colonists are on the brink of dehydration. We need to figure out something quick before they die.
So colonists are dehydrated and they could die. View. What's happening? Has something else happened? Because we've got water coming in, haven't we? think we're okay, aren't we? Because water is back, and we're supplying it from 2 different angles. Whoa, Meteor. I think we'll be okay.
Meteor incoming.
All of the food is being unpacked, and we're in a position where we can build our next dome. Actually, we've got enough. Whoa! Big leak here. Come on, robots. Oh God! And look, the dome's been hit. Okay, these are very bad times. So, well, that's a fantastic place to stop for this episode. Join me in the next episode where we are going to repair these things and keep our people alive in this meteor attack. Thank you for watching.